Welcome to Home with Simone. My name is Simone, and a huge thank you to each and every single one of you that continuously supports my channel, whether new or existing subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten quite a few new subscribers. So if you're watching this video, welcome to the family. I'm excited to continue to create content that you all enjoy. Today's video is a cook with me video. I like to call these my 5-minute meals. So you guys will probably see one of these at least once a week, as it is part of my healthier lifestyle journey and my weight loss journey. I'm starting off by putting some mushrooms into a bowl, and you really want to just kind of keep in mind the portion. You don't have to measure them out or anything like that because it is a vegetable, but be mindful with the amount that you're consuming. You don't want to have too little, and you don't want to overdo it. I also am adding some spinach to it. Now, fun fact, I freeze my spinach, the leaves themselves. So when I do my groceries and I buy my spinach, I normally let it kind of sit in water for a couple of hours. Then I strain it out and I freeze it immediately. By doing this, when I go to use the spinach, it crumbles. It is the most satisfying thing ever. It saves a little bit of time. I introduced my mom to this, and she had a lot of fun crumbling up my bok choy. This would be a great way to also involve children in making healthy meals. And like my mom says, it's as satisfying as popping bubble wrap. Like, it's just really fun to do. So if you guys want to give it a try, feel free. I think you'll never go back to cutting leaves again. I do this with my bok choy as well. Some I will keep fresh in the fridge, and some I will freeze. And it does stay frozen for quite some time. However, my vegetables normally don't last longer than around 2 weeks. So I tend to like to get veggies that will stay within that time frame. And in that way, I'm not losing a lot of the nutritional value due to it being frozen for too long. So as you guys saw in the pan before, there was some oil. And if you're new to my cooking videos, it's always olive oil, but you can use whatever oil you'd like. And then I just put the spinach and the mushrooms in there. This is also satisfying because you literally get to watch it shrink. But it gets very soupy. There's a lot of liquid, which I like because this allows me to be able to really season my greens and my mushrooms well. I don't ever follow the same method when seasoning. I just pick what I feel for that day and I put it into the pot. The one thing I have to say is, even though I am going to cook this down where most of the water is going to be absorbed or evaporated, now is when you want to add the seasonings. If not, it can get extremely salt or very heavy with what you're adding if you wait until all the liquid is gone. If you do wait till all the liquid is gone, you might want to put a lesser amount, maybe half of what you would have initially added. Give it a really good mix. You want to make sure that everything, all the seasons and spices you put in there is mixing nicely. Then you can add additional vegetables to it. Now that a good portion of the liquid is gone, I'm adding green, red, yellow, and orange peppers. And these are frozen. I like to cut them a bit thicker so that when I do take them out of the freezer and I cook them, they still have a nice crunch to it. I also add them in after because I don't want them to be well done. And now it's time to make the cold part of our salad. Super simple. I'm using regular green leaf lettuce. You can use whatever lettuce you want. You can use plain spinach if you like, kale if you like, whatever greens you want to use. And today I felt like just having regular lettuce, so that's what I did. I took 3 leaves, I cut them up. I'm adding my cucumber, and I'm adding this first. I don't like my food very cold, so I add it on the bottom so that when I put my hot food on the top of it, my hot veggies, it kind of cuts that chill. And then I just go ahead and put everything on my salad. And this is a great vegan-friendly meal. It's vegetarian-friendly. If you do eat meat, you can add meat to this if you want. You can add shrimp. You can do, some salmon or some chicken, whatever else you want to add to it. Feel free to do that. If you need to increase carbs in your meal, you can also add maybe about a half a cup of rice to this and then put the veggies on top of it. I like to top it off with some tomatoes. I get the cherry tomatoes, and that way I'm aware of how much of this I am consuming. because tomatoes do have some acids, and I have acid reflux, and if I eat too much of it, it does trigger me to have a bit of a reaction due to the acid reflux. So if you're like me and that's an issue that you battle and you haven't thought about it before, then you might want to keep in mind, if you're eating anything that has any sort of an acid to it, and you don't want to or can't eliminate it from your diet, then you want to make sure that you limit the amount that you're eating so that you're not upsetting your stomach. And this is a simple 5-minute meal. It's a nice healthy salad. It's refreshing. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you in the very next video.